Welcome back to the Chromperfect Beginner Training Series. We continue with Section 2, Chromperfect Files and Method Fundamentals. In the previous chapter, we examined what a method file really controls. We saw that a method defines how data is acquired, how it is processed, how it is calibrated, and how it is reported. We also saw that a method file does not contain everything internally. It can reference external supporting files, such as a calibration file, an instrument control setpoint file, and one or more formatted report files. This is Chapter 4, where we are going to look at an alternative configuration model in Chromperfect called a solution file, and clarify how it differs from a method file. This is not a deep dive into solution files, and it is not intended to recommend using either methods or solutions. Instead, this chapter provides a short introduction so you are aware that these two configuration approaches coexist within Chromperfect and understand the subtle differences between them. Let's begin with the method model. A method file is modular. It references separate files stored independently on disk. Calibration exists as its own file. Instrument control setpoints, if used, exist as their own file. Formatted reports are separate external files that the method references. This modular structure provides flexibility. You can update a calibration file without modifying the method itself. You can standardize report formats across multiple methods. You can reuse instrument control definitions across workflows. However, this also means that multiple linked files must be managed correctly. Now let's look at the solution model. A solution file takes a container approach. Instead of referencing external calibration, setpoint, and formatted report files, a solution file packages all of those elements into a single file. The method logic, calibration data, instrument control settings, and report definitions are stored together. When you open the solution file editor, you will notice that it is a separate program, accessed from a different button on the main Chromperfect menu. It does not open inside the standard file editor. Visually, the solution editor looks very similar to the method editor. The same tab structure is present, including acquisition, events, processing, and report. However, at the top of the screen, you will see labeled blocks such as method, calibration, format, and setpoint. These indicate that those elements are packaged together within the solution file itself and can be accessed directly by clicking on the corresponding button. In a standard method file, calibration, setpoints, and formatted reports are separate external files that the method references. In a solution file, those elements are embedded inside the container. The processing logic is the same, but the storage architecture is different. Operationally, these elements can be added to a solution file very easily from an existing file library. Normally, this is done by simply applying an existing FMT, cal, or setpoint file, as shown on screen. Also note that the corresponding buttons only become active when the element is present. For example, if a solution does not contain a setpoint file, the button is grayed out. When the solution file is saved, the newly added elements exist and are contained within the solution file and are no longer tied to or rely on the original external file. Functionally, both approaches use the same processing engine. Both can be used for live acquisition. Both can be used for batch reprocessing. Both produce the same analytical results. The difference is not analytical capability. The difference is configuration architecture. You can think of it this way. Just as raw and BND files represent different ways of storing data, method files and solution files represent different ways of storing configuration. A common question at this point is, do I have to choose one or the other? The answer is no. Chromperfect supports both method files and solution files. You can use whichever approach best fits a particular workflow. Some laboratories standardize on one model for consistency. Others use both depending on the application. In practice, many laboratories prefer method files because of their modular flexibility. Solution files are often used when a self-contained configuration is preferred, such as when transferring setups between systems or simplifying file management. The important point is this: Both models are fully supported, and both rely on the same core processing engine. Congratulations! You have now completed Section 2.4 of the Chromperfect Beginner Training Series. In the next chapter, we will move from configuration structure into practical workflow and look at how data files are processed and reviewed inside the Analyze program. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please click the like button, subscribe to our channel, and hit the bell icon so you are updated when we upload new videos. For more information or to reach out to our team, please visit www.chromeperfect.com.